For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jacob Alerte. I had a YouTube channel before. It's probably like 10 years old. I got all kind of stuff on there. Me and my bro working out. Trying to get better when it comes to like sports, baseball or basketball. And I just started a new channel. This channel. I'm going to be promoting, not promoting, but basically my videos will be like how to grow on YouTube. And then I'm going to do like some finance and some gems in there as well. But I'm saying this because I started YouTube like about a couple years ago. I think maybe my account is probably like 10 to 15 years old. And in that account, I have my one of my close friends. Well, literally was my closest friend that I had. And something more as you guys get to know me more, I'll be like more vulnerable and like tell you certain things. The thing is that I'm trying not to spoil my trajectory of how I want to tell this story, or how I want to tell my story, or how I want to tell you the story that I'm speaking of now. I don't want to give you guys too many gems. Video might come across to anyone's channel just on some regular advice talk or YouTube growth or whatever the case might be. And I want to make sure I reward the people who stay and who are supporting me. I want to make sure that there's an ultimatum, there's a silver lining, and they know the reason why they're supporting me. So basically, I've been on this new YouTube journey, and I ran across Dante London's YouTube channel, and he talks about, how to grow on YouTube, how to record, how to, his monthly revenue, getting monetized, all that good jazz that we want to know on YouTube. So he kind of like basically, just from seeing a couple of his videos, I watch a lot of videos, but just from seeing a couple of his videos, I've been trying to be more vulnerable, and I'm trying to start this content thing because I've had dreams before about getting paid for being me and not like providing a 9-to-5 service. And I've had many jobs, and I have a lot of skills. I'm also really talented in sports, and I'm actually known for sports, basketball per se. So, doing this whole content thing is interesting, to say the least, especially because, you got to be vulnerable. You got to show up in the camera. You're worried about how does my voice sound? How are the people perceiving my message? But I know if I give value, that there will be a cost on what I'm doing. And I like that. I like the hidden cost. I like a value being put on what I got going on. I like long-term gratification. And I know that this isn't going to come easy. So I'm going to stay on it. And I wonder when I'm going to just post a video. Like, it's a simple video. Nobody's probably going to see this video at first, but I should just post it. And my advice to you is, even if you have a video like this where it's cringe, people be like, oh, it's cringe, your voice is cringe, da da da. Some people say my voice is soothing. Some people say my voice is cringe. I don't care. I'm just making a video, and I'm just going to post it. And it's not perfect. It probably should be edited. The angle that I'm holding the camera at is probably messed up right now. Who knows? But I'm just going to follow through and do what I got to do, say what I got to say. So with that being said, I'm now going to be on all action mode and posting and giving conversations, whether it's about jobs, growing on YouTube, content creation, personally my channel too, so you guys can follow along with me and be a part of my journey and how I'm growing on this YouTube thing, and see if it's even worth for you to put yourself out there on YouTube. Now, with that being said, I've had some exposure through YouTube, obviously, like through YouTube with basketball and whatnot. If you can follow my Instagram at Jacob Alerte, JacobAlerte. Again, that's Jacob Alerte, JacobAlerte on Instagram. It's really that on all platforms, but on Instagram is where I'm mostly active. But I've been on YouTube a couple times and whatnot, and obviously it's not for this, it was for basketball, not my own personal stuff, but basketball is personal to me. It's part of my brand, or a part of my brand. I do a lot of things, not just basketball, but we're going to try to tie everything in together, and, you know, hopefully you guys come along with the journey and you guys see what it's like to go through life, and hopefully we can experience certain things, because I've been through a lot of shit. I don't even know if I can curse on YouTube like that, but I've been through a lot of shit, so I'm gonna be blunt as possible. I'm gonna be as vulnerable as possible, and I'm gonna be as transparent as possible. My choice and lane is to be authentic, you know, to show some kind of authenticity, you know, or authenticity. I don't know how you say that word. But yeah, I'm just having a moment of realization, a couple of moments of realization with how life is going. That's why I'm like taking deep breaths and stuff, because you know, I started a YouTube channel already on my own for me and my bro before, back in the day, like I said, 10 years ago. My bro that I'm talking about passed away. We'll explain the story and whatnot a little later, once I get this channel moving and going, and I get an audience that's gonna support me, and I could feel like I could be more vulnerable as time goes on. But I also started another channel with one of my other friends, a YouTube channel. And, you know, people at first were like, yeah, the camera is shaky, you know, it doesn't work. People were like, the episode sucks, I don't know, the audio isn't inputting all the way. And eventually, through time, I got better at audio, I got better at marketing, I got better at camera placement. You know, our episodes, they went from trash to being more fire. You know, I got a thumbnail artist. I learned how to do thumbnails, hire people for thumbnails so I can grow more on YouTube and make the page more presentable and whatnot. And eventually I'll give you guys more access to those pages too. But this is my page that I'm gonna be holding myself accountable, having conversations with myself. Hopefully, my goal with this is really, at first I wanted it to be that my son can like look at these, or look at this digital media or digital products, whatever you want to call it, and see that, hey, your dad was trying to figure something out back then, or your dad had advice on this, or he needed help on this, and he felt this way and made this, and this is how he navigated XYZ. Something along those lines. Yeah. I'm excited and scared, because I need this to work. I want this to work. I'm going to put the effort for it to work. But I just realized too that, like, there's nothing more beautiful than getting paid to just be yourself, or like tell your story. You know what I mean? I want to get paid to be me. I want to get paid to be Jacob Alerte. I don't know, some people might think that's like a delusional thought. Some people might think, hey, no, that guy he's making sense. Like, you want to get paid for who you are and the values you can provide and bring. And I bring a lot of value. I know a ton of shit about a whole bunch of shit. So, I should be getting paid to just be me and provide any type of value that I would like to provide. So, I'm starting this YouTube journey, man. I've been on camera and all that stuff, but this YouTube thing is like a different being. So, I'm turning the lights real quick. There's probably bad lighting and whatnot. You guys probably can't even see me all the way, but yeah. If you guys want to follow my journey on YouTube and how I'm going to be growing this platform from scratch to finish, hit the subscribe button, like, all that, because I need the algorithm to do its thing. And I need the world to open up. I'm operating on abundance, on high frequency, yeah. I'm going to be opening up a lot about my family, my world, finances, where I'm at currently in life, my dreams, goals, aspirations, stuff like that. So if you want to hear that, or if you want to stay tuned for that, and if you want to create goals with me and hit some thresholds with me as I'm growing on YouTube, hit that follow button for me. Appreciate y'all.